I'd like to call this a special meeting of the Monroe County Board of Zoning Appeals. Now, is this a formal meeting or an executive meeting?
Yes, this will be a formal meeting.
Okay, so to order, and if you would kindly call the roll.
Sure. Margaret Clements.
Here.
Skip Daly. Pamela Davidson.
Here.
Guy Loftman.
Here.
Jeff Morris.
Here.
Okay, so we have 4 members attending in person and a quorum.
Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
I move to approve tonight's agenda, today's agenda.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve tonight's agenda. A vote yes is a vote to approve the only item on the agenda, which is administrative business, findings of fact for VAR-25-48. A vote yes is a vote to approve the agenda. Pamela Davidson.
Yes.
Guy Loftman.
Yes.
Jeff Morris.
Yes.
Margaret Clements.
Yes.
Okay, motion is approved, 4-0.
If you would kindly read in aloud the introduction of the evidence for tonight's hearing.
Yes, I'd like to introduce the following items into the evidence. The Monroe County Development Ordinance as adopted and amended. The Monroe County Comprehensive Plan as adopted and amended. The Monroe County Zoning Ordinance and Subdivision Control Ordinance as adopted and amended. The Monroe County Board of Zoning Appeals Rules of Procedure as adopted and amended, and the cases that were legally advertised and scheduled for a hearing on tonight's agenda.
I move that we introduce that evidence.
Or to approve it?
Approve the evidence.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the introduction of evidence as stated. A vote yes is a vote to approve. Guy Loftman.
Yes.
Jeff Morris.
Yes.
Margaret Clements.
Yes.
Pamela Davidson.
Yes.
Okay, that motion is approved, 4-0.
Okay, and the first item on our agenda is administrative business, and that includes the findings of fact for VAR 25-48A and VAR 24-48B concerning William J. Huff and Nicole E. Huff's request for variance approval.
And I'll make one quick correction. The second iteration is VAR-25-48B.
thank
It
you.
was incorrect on the paper copy, but it's correct on the screen. But if we want to just take a moment, I will scroll through these if you want me to read them out loud, or we can take a moment to just read them individually.
Personally, I'm reading them, and I will understand them better if I read them than if I listen to somebody read them. They are extensive, and I've made it to paragraph 25.
Okay, I'll go ahead and scroll through
I'm a
these
slow
for the
reader.
public. Okay, I'll scroll through these for the audience online.
Oh, excellent.
this weekend, I'm sure. I did last night. I forgot to put the damper. Oh, that sucks. I've done that before. How bad is it? I just had to reach in there. Yeah. I hate it when that happens. Do you leave it open all winter? Me too. Oh, we're on the record. Hear from the petitioner.
No, since it's administrative, we
Okay.
don't have to hear from the public. Thanks for checking.
Done.
Okay. It's good to see you, Guy. Well, since this is administrative business, we don't have to hear from the petitioner, but I wonder if you have questions for staff or for legal.
I've got several little things I'd want to address. It's some of which are, anyway, in paragraph 15, huffs are parties to a lawsuit. I would just like it better if that had a citation, you know. It just seems to float out there, and if somebody wants to know what this is about, is there any reason not to do that?
No.
Okay, I would ask that that be inserted.
Okay.
In paragraph 25, the last line, be the least amount of land disturbance, should be the least amount of land disturbance. It's not a lease we're discussing. Just above 26, the last portion of that has a typo.
I edited it. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
And in paragraph 28, there's another typo, which is the new road, not he new road. It should read the new road.
Got it. They've included that citation on their petition for judicial review, so we'll take it right off of that. But, oh, you could go on there and yeah.
So are we, I got a couple of more little things, or are we still looking at the, okay. Page 4, the first, the top printing where it says C, I think there's an omitted important word. The character of the property, including the variance, would not be altered? Or is that would be?
That's what it's supposed to say.
Okay.
But, and
Would be altered
I think
and
we
then.
can just take that out, because I think I didn't put any findings in there to address that, even though I think it would be beneficial, because there's a typo in our ordinance. At least in the version I have. If you can,
I'll check.
yeah. Yeah, so it should say would not be,
Yeah, I think it should be would not be.
yeah.
Oh, I think you put that in brackets rather than parentheses.
I don't have either.
No, but I mean, if the original ordinance has a typo,
See, that's the same on yours. So, yeah, we'll strike that out.
C.
Okay, strike out.
Strike out C, because I didn't put any findings related to that anyway. After I
Okay.
saw that.
except that I think that's an important. So can you just put in brackets, like SIC in brackets not, or no? Okay,
You know, if we were up against anybody else,
yeah,
but,
okay.
my thinking, I mean.
So, just so I understand it, this is a quotation from our ordinance. And the ordinance, where we might in retrospect wish that it had included the word not, didn't include the word not, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So, it's awkward to find, so I get it. And I have now stricken paragraph C at the top of page 4.
That standard is almost replicated in a following criteria, and so I've kind of used that
Perfect,
to cover the same thing.
perfect.
So it's a little redundancy sometimes is helpful, and we've covered it in a redundant, quasi-redundant portion. So it's another reason we don't need the benefit of this misleading and flawed ordinance. Okay, I'm done with page 4.
Page 5?
I'm glad for your editing skills.
Yeah,
I'm glad for you.
me too.
Well, thank you. Page 5, I've got nothing. Page 6, paragraph 68 seems to be incomplete.
What I'm proposing, and I'll ask Justin for your input on this. One of the findings that I meant to put in, but I didn't get in, relates to private agreements, where we say the Board of Zoning Appeals doesn't enforce private agreements and does not consider private agreements in determining whether to grant a variance. And we could stick that in there, because I left that out. I think one of the issues in this case is whether the private easement agreement that might preclude the Huffs from accessing the Chumley property through easement 1. I think there's case law that says, hey, when there's private covenants, private agreements, the Board of Zoning Appeals doesn't consider that, because that's up to the private parties to enforce, and it's not part of the ordinance. So that's why.
Yeah,
I
that's
was thinking
certainly
about-
our practice and my understanding. I don't see, so what would paragraph 68 say after R the other roads and drives in the area are,
Well, that was something that I had put in there, and then I did the next two and forgot to take 68 out.
okay, so we
That-
want to delete 68 and
Yeah, we can-
renumber appropriately.
We can renumber appropriately, and if you want to have that statement about the BZA does not enforce private agreements and does not consider such agreements when determining whether to grant a variance, I can stick that in there.
I would rather have that in there.
Does that make sense to you? Okay.
How about you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I don't like it is.
Yes.
And
Well,
if you want to say, so it's going to say something, well,
It could either
He's gonna
be,
work it out, yeah, yeah.
stick it right,
sorry.
let's just see.
Yeah, you're right. It trails off. It
because
goes
the
way
feet
back.
will go like right after here, because this is where I just put in the 11 to 3.
So do we need to know what the language will be, or can we leave it to you to fill something in?
We can,
We're going to type it right now.
we're typing it right now, and we can,
Okay, well,
we can print a new version off pretty quickly.
I don't think we'll need to do that unless it's quite long. Let's see what you can do, and then we can probably do it by oral.
Hey, the 7th page will be I see. But I mean, I think we have to sign this before we leave.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay, yeah, well, right, it can be reprinted.
You're a careful reader.
Yes.
Full house for Thanksgiving. Give a full house for Thanksgiving. Gorgeous.
I want to be a
It's
loftman.
magic. That's magical
I want
story.
to be a loftman.
That screams for years and kinder story.
Justin, is there anything I left out that? Okay.
Yeah, we'll drive that far. We'll take 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah. So are we, no, you're still drafting.
aspire to be a loftman?
Do you want this to say CDO?
I bet you do.
Okay, so we've made the change that I'd like to go over with you all. So we deleted 68, and then we added what's on the screen is 75, and I'll just read that out loud. It says, "The BZA does not enforce private agreements," and in reference CDO 801-4C, and does not consider such agreements when determining whether to grant a variance. So that's from our ordinance that the board does not have to enforce private agreements. So that's
appreciate
the
that.
addition. Okay. So,
Okay, I think we don't enforce private agreements, and I think that's good to have in here. Is that what it was going to say in 68?
No.
No?
No. I was thinking about, I gotta put something in there about the roads, and so I started to type, and I went down and
That
saw
was a
some of Jackie's
placeholder.
findings, and I just took both of them and stuck them on there, and I forgot to take what I
Okay,
wrote on.
that was a placeholder that was going to refer to private easements, but it didn't. Okay.
Yeah,
I've used those 100 times and then said, why is that there? Okay, so we're taking out 68, putting in a new 75. Would you mind reading it to me one more time?
sure, 75 reads as, "The BZA does not enforce private agreements, CDO 801-4C, and does not consider such agreements when determining whether to grant a variance."
But I like that, and I now, I have nothing else to say except when we're ready, I move.
Does anyone else have any questions or comments or revisions?
I want to compliment the staff for how thorough this is. It lays out things in a very matter-of-factly, findings of fact, recitation, and I appreciate that.
You do.
Yes, we all do. So with that being said, I think since the discussion is concluded, if someone would like to make a motion?
And do we want to wait till the reprinted one gets here? Are we all going to have to sign it today? Or
Yeah.
Well, let's just wait till we have the corrected one. If we don't, because I don't think it's going to take any longer if we're going to have to wait anyway. I would rather have the final one in my hand, because it's not, I don't think it's going to take long to
Right.
vote. I don't know the outcome, but it won't take long to vote.
Yeah, that's right. There are just 1, 2, 3, 4 of us. Okay.
I'm on my way to deliver groceries to the little family down the street.
4:30
and hopefully
version.
he asked me to drink a cold beer. I have an ulterior motive.
Thanks.
So nice. Is a cold beer in there?
No,
Oh, darn it.
No,
You
but
might
I
be
took-
out of luck.
I took the cold beer down yesterday for that party. And I have some warm beer in my car for them.
Doesn't
Always,
do
I always
anybody
take
any
beer.
good.
No, it doesn't.
It
doesn't.
we need cold beer.
Absolutely. Or my sisters.
Like cold beer.
Room temperature is sort of almost by definition not warm. It's not hot, it's not cold, it's not cool, it's not.
She always corrected me. I like a cold one too, but that's because we trained up that way. We've all been trained up that way. I like the ice water more than just water. I like ice water.
Especially in the summer. In the winter, it's not so critical. But in the summer, a cold one is really good.
In the winter too.
In the winter.
In the winter,
I will
too.
be drinking one or two tonight. There's just no question.
I find that braising lamb shanks in Guinness is better than braising it in wine.
That would be so good.
It's so good.
When we were in Dublin, we went to the Guinness factory, and we were the last people to leave. They threw us out. It was so delicious, fresh out of the tap. It didn't taste anything like Guinness here. It would be just canned Guinness. I can't do it.
Even the draft Guinness in Bloomington is nothing like the draft Guinness at Guinness.
It settles. It has a sediment. It's heavy. At the time, it took 6 months to get Guinness from the closest bottling plant was in Jamaica at the time, and so 6 months from production to when it appeared on your liquor store shelf. So my God, but it was so fresh and frothy on site. That's right.
That's
right.
right.
But at the time, that wasn't even an option.
But if it is in a keg and it's taken 6 months of transport, it's not the
What
same
it used to
thing.
be.
It was just so delicious. That would be a very good idea. Very good.
Which,
Lamb shanks.
oh, it's really good.
Guinness, yes, I would think.
Braised with carrots and potatoes
Look
and
at that.
Guinness. Yeah. And bay leaf. I'll just add
Are
the
we
recipe
still on the record?
here. Yes. So, and some thyme. If you want the recipe, you have to put some thyme in there and some bay leaf
Oh, wow, that
as
sounds
well.
delicious.
That's really good stuff.
That sounds delicious.
Do you have a bay leaf plant?
No. Should I?
We're right on the border of where it can grow and survive through the winter, and generally it would die. So I find myself a frustrated gardener. I would like to have a bay leaf.
Well, Eve has one that's this big,
Who does?
our daughter,
But where does she live?
with us.
Oh, she lives with you.
Yeah.
So I can come get.
Anytime. I can't take you to Thanksgiving in Georgia, but you're welcome to come over for a
Bay
bay leaf.
Not this year.
The bay leaf, you can come over this
Okay.
year. You can come over, just, call, make sure we're home.
What does she do special to keep it alive in the winter?
Well, she just bought it.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's inside, it's in a little pot, and all the literature says you can raise bay trees in pots, and they'll live a long time.
Yeah, because in my garden.
And then in
I
the
have-
winter, you put them out, in the summer, you put them out.
Yes,
And then some people have relatively big ones
Yes.
that you can roll in and out on
exactly.
a cart.
That's like an
But
aspiration.
this is one that you can pick up and carry with no trouble whatsoever.
I aspire to that.
Well, I think, why don't you tell Santa? I think she spent like $12. But I don't know.
She must have bought it here in town.
I'll see if I can find out any substantial information about the Bay Leaf project.
They're living in a 3-generation house,
I know.
which is divine. And it's just
20 years.
That's
We've
lovely.
been living together for
that would
20
be
years.
Really, really great. And I bet you know who can cook what dish the best.
Absolutely.
I bet you do.
I bet. Yeah.
Everybody has their
Right. Connie can fry catfish fillets.
Yummy.
Eve made an amazing potato, spinach, feta cheese, dill, chicken, ground chicken soup. It was just astonishing. We had it for the third day in a row and wish we had
Delish.
every day.
Good to have cooks in the house.
Show you a photo.
And
the-
chicken fajitas.
I have to show you a photo from Switzerland of the cheese case and just the section for raclette cheeses. I mean, and there are so many other cheeses. Let's get back here.
Could you bring any home, or could you not bring it in the
Cheese,
country?
I didn't bother, because there are so many other things to bring home, like chocolate, you know, that, from,
Well, cheese has to be kept.
yeah, you can get,
Cool.
and you can
know.
get some okay cheeses. If you must suffer, you can get the cheese from Kroger, you know. So I'll show
Are they
you.
printing, Jackie?
We're working on it, yes.
Just rather have,
Yeah, you're right.
you know,
You're right
it just,
about that.
there's a lot of little things
You're
here.
right,
And
but
if there's any time I don't want to have it
that's right.
not right,
Couldn't
it's,
agree with you.
What is that?
This is the case to be dot the I, cross the T.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, swipe here, you'll just see all these raclette types of cheeses.
No, you're
It's
using-
just for raclette. It doesn't include Gruyere, it doesn't include, Comté, it doesn't include, this is just for raclette,
and what is raclette?
melted cheese.
So that's like
Ah.
fondue, might be.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
how?
Fondue is different.
So it's just like if you're gonna take it and put it in the oven.
You take a wheel like
Yes,
this.
right.
And you have an apparatus that has a flame, and you heat the cheese, and somebody scrapes it off the wheel of cheese onto your plate, and you eat that. Fondue has wine and garlic in it.
Right, right.
And a different cheese. Now, here you have to choose between the cheese made from the cow that is in the mountains or the one that is in the valley, and
I
which
hear
type of
babies calling.
grass they eat. How they've been yodeled to, you know, you just, how heavy are the bells around their neck? You know, you just, it's just, look at this, that's just raclette cheese.
Okay.
It's not fondue cheese.
Did you eat cheese every day?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Okay.
Every single day. That's the grocery store. I was
Okay, I
Swiss.
don't understand.
Oh, no.
Are these
I was
little
I mean, I
paper
was Swiss.
bags full of cheese? What is,
Those are packages of cheese, and down on the bottom, it's the round of cheese that you would put on that apparatus, that you would scrape the cheese
this
onto
looks like a
your plate.
big bowl that's got a lot of things in it. that
That's a
look-
refrigerator case.
And just in the left corner, it looks like little paper bags.
Yeah, that may have had, that particular one may have had a blend.
Okay,
of
I
cheeses.
see. We have now changed, and I'm looking at the one you wanted
The
me to
wheel.
look at, the wheels. Got it. The
But
raclette wheels.
The raclette wheels. That's a different kind of cheese.
That says made in USA. No.
But I was there for 5.5 weeks. I was Swiss
Where did you stay?
with my friends. Yeah. I said, you know, I'm gonna go, I said, to France and Italy, and they said, no, stay here with us. And they convinced me. And then we went to 11 concerts, 1 play, 7 cities, 6 art museums. It's just,
Wales, great.
you know,
You were busy every
If
day.
you go to 7 cities in Switzerland, I take it the longest one is an hour and a half? The farthest one is an hour and a half?
it's about 4 hours.
Oh,
There's Geneva, Lausanne, Martigny, Crans-Montana, just 2 cities. And then, so that's 2, and then Zurich, Zug, and St. Gallen. So it's 8 cities.
Where's Bern?
And Bern, I just went to Bern. between Geneva and Zurich.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so
I bet
it's
every one
not.
of them had their charm.
They did.
Now, I'm channeling Professor Clouseau.
Yes.
We'll go to Gstaad,
I did not go to the Scott.
but there is one.
Yes,
Okay.
Scott. They say Scott. I've been there before. I have a friend who lives there.
Wow,
Yeah,
it's really nice.
yeah.
Stay with
Scott.
friends.
Yeah, that
Must
was
have hated
nice.
to leave.
I did. They want me back.
Of course they do.
They want me back next year.
Yeah. Well, that's
Good.
Yeah.
pretty luscious.
You know, the Janada Foundation had an exhibit of Picasso and Monet paintings. There was an exhibit of Polish Impressionists that I'd never seen or heard of before, and their style was slightly different than the French and American Impressionists. And then the Rosengart Foundation in Lucerne had a wonderful collection of Picasso's, Klee, Chagall. It's just lovely.
It's dreamy.
Yeah, it
Usually
was.
when you go to a country, it's like 3-4 days. So the
Yeah.
thought of staying that long and getting to do that many things, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing right there, you know?
I know. For me, because I had lived in Italy for 8 years, it was like going home. You know, to be in Europe again and to be. I've known these friends for 25 years.
Lovely.
And so, and they've been here, I've been there, so.
Did someone stay in your house while you were gone? Yeah.
Of course they did.
Yeah. Good friends. It's wonderful.
Yeah. So that was nice. All those cheeses. And then I come back home and I go into the Kroger cheesecakes.
And it's generous for,
And it's so much better than it used to be.
there we go.
Murray's, but they've cut down at least the South Kroger as a fraction of what it used to be.
Really? The South Kroger, you mean?
Kroguchi is too a fraction of what it used to be.
Clear Creek.
Oh, that one.
Cheap.
The east side has a big section, doesn't it?
It's big, but it's not what it used to be. And they're quite expensive, you know, compared to, you know, they'll tell you, we'll sell you this cheese today, but it's not ready for 2 more days. But you can buy it today, but don't eat it for 2 more days. And that's with the camembert and the brie, it's not ready, sorry.
Do they mark it down because there's only got 2 days left then?
No.
They're waiting, it's like
For two,
they
right.
incredibly sold it to us.
Right, but then does it become overripe eventually?
Yes, but they manage it such that you buy it out of one at the moment, so everybody, they know what they're doing.
I
Yeah.
bet they do. The tariffs are hurting, if I understand.
No, they, like 85% of their groceries are grown in country. So, they don't
No, they're
export.
export.
They
Oh.
don't export their wine, they drink it internally, and
No,
they
this
have
was
a,
specifically the cheeses. I heard something say that the Swiss cheeses were
I
good.
mean, it's not, to them, it's not, there are other markets, you know, their product is
Good
in
point.
demand.
Good point, yeah.
Yeah. They're engineers, so they have a lot of machines, you know, that might have a big tariff.
But the
on
little
them.
device that shaves the raclette is a knife?
A knife and a heating element that you bring out onto your tabletop. And it rotates the cheese over the flame until it's melted, and when it's melted just right, scrape it off onto the
Never
plate.
experienced that.
Raclette.
Raclette. Here they sell machines where you can put the little squares underneath the broiler and simulate the effect. Did you ever mimeograph? No?
What a process.
I had an English literature seminars where there were 14 people in the class, 12 to 14 people, and every week you'd write one, I don't know how many page paper, probably, in my mind, I think it was a 20-page paper.
Every week?
Every week.
No.
And we mimeographed it off for every other member of the class. So we'd have to go in before class and mimeograph it.
You had to cut it on a stencil. You had to write it
Yes.
on a stencil.
You
Oh,
couldn't
my
make
God.
a mistake. So I had my own manual typewriter that I brought.
That is cruel. That is absolutely cruel.
Did you have an Olympia typewriter?
Yes.
I did too.
Oh, really?
Still do.
I have mine.
I still do.
Me too. That was my high school graduation.
My high school graduate.
Yes.
Thank you.
So,
All right, this is the old one.
Well, I'm going to compare them.
Oh, you
I'm going to write old on it.
so then we'll have a motion. Yes. And then we'll have a motion.
I'm comparing. Just, I'm sorry, I'm this way.
It's okay. We love you. We're glad you're that way. You're keeping us straight.
I see that now, 37. I see.
Our minutes are gonna have a recipe in there.
I hope to move to strike the comments made while we were off the record, to declare that off the record.
Exactly.
We didn't talk about this before, Dave, but on 79, the very last one, the Huff's variance requests are denied. Is that a summation of everything that's come before? Is that why it's short and sweet like that? Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. I've reviewed my suggestions, and I think they've all been properly incorporated, so I am ready to proceed to the final vote.
Okay, do you have a recommended motion, or shall we just do it? I don't have the cause number before me, but if, Guy, if you're able to make a motion?
Sure. I move that we approve and adopt as written, the Monroe County Board of Zoning Appeals written findings of fact and conclusions on docket items variance 25-48A and 25-48B, William J. Huff's and Nicole E. Huff's requests for variance approval as presented to us for our consideration.
I'm going to second that.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the Monroe County Board of Zoning Appeals written findings of fact and conclusions for docket items VAR-25-48A and VAR-25-48B. A vote yes is a vote to approve the findings as amended and presented to you via paper and on screen here. Jeff Morris,
Yes.
Margaret Clements,
Yes.
Pamela Davidson,
Yes.
Guy Loftman.
Yes.
Motion is approved, 4-0.
Yeah.
And are we going to sign one master copy?
Yes, please.
Or do we sign all of these?
Just sign one copy.
Okay,
Guys, I did the right thing. Dude,
so we've got one going around here.
it's not the greatest, but yeah, there we go. It'll work.
Oh, thank you.
Do we make a motion to adjourn? Do we have any other business before us?
We do not, I do not have any reports or other business.
Can I seriously say that from the time that we asked for it to be reprinted, we've had a lot of personal conversation on many issues, some of which, and I move we have that stricken from the record until we come back to consider this.
Sure. I think the tech services was muted during that time period, but we can check the record.
Well, it certainly appeared here when we were talking about
Okay.
the qualities of draft and as opposed to canned Guinness. So
I see.
I don't know whether
We might
it's-
not be able to omit certain parts of the record,
Oh.
but we could look into that.
Well,
and
we
see.
were certainly off the record,
Okay.
though we may not have gone formally off the record. We were.
There's a recipe in there, kind of. So if the public is interested, they're welcome to it.
Well, thank you very much. I'm going to stop the share, and is there a motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn this special meeting, or this normal meeting.
Special,
Special meeting.
regular meeting.
Special.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.